Okay. I don't know how well the service is gonna go. It's really, really, really windy here, so I don't know if this is gonna be able to work well. Yo, what's up, Luna? Hold on. My computer decided to act a little weird, so it disconnected. All right, kitten, what's up? Okay, we're in, we're here, we're ready. Okay, so today we're gonna do a couple things. First, we're gonna just attach the big things that we made last night, trim them and attach them. Attach a gallery to the jar, make the lids that we need to, and then we're gonna just let all this stuff set up a little bit more, and then go from there. Pour myself a quick cup of tea. Made some queer this morning. Very pleased. How you guys doing today? It is incredibly windy here though, and so if I lose power, or you guys like I lose you, that's why. The wind probably just knocked out my power, which is very reasonable around here. So the idea is though we're gonna make a bunch of stuff. I also wedged a bunch of balls that are 275 grams, so we're gonna do that after. But first, let's deal with these guys. So we gotta trim these pieces and go from there. Totally fair, totally fair. Luna, my next firing is mid-June for this New England Woodfire Council, so I won't have a ton of work in it. We're gonna make as much as we can, and we're gonna get as much as work as we can into the kiln, but it is not, essentially people bought my kiln for that firing, so it's not gonna be a crazy ton of stuff. I added stuff to an Amazon wish list for where the underglazes are. Put in my link in my bio on YouTube here. And so if there's a color that you guys want specifically, just throwing that out there, I've done that. Also, I did not get to looking at the pricing for the shipping of the bowl yesterday. I just kind of ran out of steam, but I will do that today. Also, look how cool this ribbon was. Wow, look at that thing. Like a little snake. Oh yeah? Good on him. How much do tickets to Korea cost from where you are? Is this to make up for the fact that he didn't talk to you for like a week? Oh, yeah, that's the one to eat if you're gonna eat any of them, you know? Yo, Sharp, what's good? Putting together the stuff today. How are you? Okay, so, oh wait, we need to trim. So the first thing we need to do, why? What's going on? What's wrong? I see. The old buying affection trick. Good on him, good on him. I have my computer, yeah. Paisley, what kind of stuff do you make? Tell me everything. That's okay. I know you'll be here when I get back. Okay, sounds good. Okay, these were the broken stuff. Raven, how are you? What's new? What's happening? Again, I'm just throwing this out here. There's a pretty decent chance I'll lose power because the wind is so intense here right now. Bye, Luna. Awesome, Paisley. How long have you been doing that for? Oh, Gary, we are trimming the tops of big sake bottles that will turn into orchid pots at some point. So, oh man. All right, well, good luck on it. How often do you do that for? Totally. Okay, sounds good. Okay, so we're gonna take the measurements. This is too big, so we gotta figure this out. Nice. Are you selling work yet? Okay. Too big. I knew it was gonna be too big. That's okay. Oh yeah. It might be cool. It might not be. We'll see. So these ones, essentially, we're gonna put them together, and then we're gonna let them set up because they're gonna take a couple more hours to set up. And then this evening, when I'm back from teaching tennis, we'll trim them. As long as I have some time yet. Of course. I'm sure it's only a matter of time. I'm sorry, Sharp. I hope that everything works out okay. Welcome to call me if you feel like it, or text me or whatever. Do you want to talk about it? That's disgusting, Raven. I don't even understand. I don't even. I don't even. Totally. That's totally understandable. Yeah. Nothing to be embarrassed of, but I totally understand. Yes, Gary, we will be melding the two pieces together. You'll see in a sec. We're gonna just trim both pieces, and we'll get it on there. You won't even know that they're two different pieces, except for the fact that there's a giant hole, and you'll see the seam on the interior section of it. That'll be kind of a dead giveaway, but that's okay. What's up, Rick? Well, I really threw this way too big yesterday, and that's fine. Doesn't really matter. When we started, I was using too much clay, and I knew it. As soon as we got everything out, I kind of knew that it was going to be too large, but that's okay. Oh man, that's not good. Well, hopefully you can get some good rest later, and hopefully everything is not going to be too just stressful when the time comes. Totally understandable. It's a very reasonable fear. Let's hope for the best, though. I'm sure everything will be great. Of course. Kitten's over there. Raven's over there. Sydney's not there. But it is like, I am a little bit earlier than normal, so. Okay. So, that's the first one. Now, put this to the side. We're going to do the second one. Sounds good. Yeah, I made it pretty thick. This was a lot more clay than I should have used, but very round, kid. You know, the roundest. Alright, taking the measurement. Again, I mismeasured completely yesterday. And that's okay. So one of the big guys is going to be a garlic pot. These ones are going to be two orchid pots. But unlike the double-walled ones we made a couple months ago that were like this, we're going to not make them double-walled, so they'll actually be functional. The thickness of something? No. Thickness doesn't matter. Hollow, solid bubbles don't matter. You just have to make sure things are fully dried out. That's the only thing. Yo, Ben, how are you, man? I keep forgetting to check out the Discord. You guys keep doing cool stuff, and I keep like missing it completely. How are you? Welcome over there, Sharp. The double-walled ones that we made that were large like this were not heavy, but the problem was that the opening shrunk so much that I couldn't really get an orchid into it, and then they weren't deep enough, the secondary pocket. They were just not great. I kept all of them because I didn't like that they were not really functional, and so I have them, and I've been using them for orchids, and I just went too far in this. No one saw that. Don't pay attention to me for a second. Yeah, right, because I joined like, I think like a month ago or 2 months ago, and then I just kind of didn't participate. I'm not good at participating, you know? I'm sure you are, Envy. It's, you were up way too late. What have you been working on, Ben? Anything fun? It was really fun seeing your dad and your sister and your granddad's work at that show in Torrington the other day. And it's fun seeing like some of Mrs. Carl's glazes on some of those big pots. Later, Gary. Have a good one. It'll be great. Once it's over, it'll be awesome. I hope it'll go quick. You know? Keep me posted, you know? Yeah, right? I'm just not good at participating in general with anything. I so appreciate people inviting me into things like that, though, and then I do wish that I was a little bit more engaged, but I'm not good at that kind of stuff. But awesome. Killer. I'm glad you're staying busy. Okay. Yeah, I don't think it will until after it's over, but okay. Let's attach these. Good, good. Good luck. I hope it works. I hope everything gets better and feels better and all that stuff. So the idea here is we're going to put this on, and I don't know if you guys remember my orchid pots that I did like this, but we're going to put this other piece on top, and then we're going to cut out a giant hole that's going to go up into both layers, and then you're going to just shove your orchid inside, and then it'll be able to grow out the top and then kind of grow out the side. And these will have holes everywhere. Yeah. And I made this like kind of like annoyingly big on the top, and I did it for the sake of the orchid, but now I don't like how open this is up here, and I did it because of the orchids, but I regret doing it because I think it looks ugly. It's disproportionate, but yeah, well, the YouTube stuff has been pretty recent for me, like that I've actually been active. It's been only like a couple months, I think. I know. I stopped at your old place after you moved because they had a yard sale, and I was like, I didn't realize that you had moved already. This is years and years ago, and it was just like two random people, and I was so confused as to what was happening, and like the whole setup was different. I think I bought like an old bike, old Schwinn or something from them. They had like a kind of nice one, alright. No, sure, you're good. Don't you worry about it. So the idea is that we're gonna poke a giant hole. I could have just done this in one piece, now that I think about it, because I was trying to do something different, but I'm just gonna essentially cut out a hole here that's this entire thing, and you'll just shove the orchid inside. No, well, this was years ago. I mean, I realized pretty quickly that you were not living there anymore. Or your studio wasn't there or anything was there, you know? Do you ever go on a hike? Was that hike that was right across from that old place up yet when you were still living there? That loop is awesome. Of course, Sharp. I really hate the width of this. I think it looks such a goober right now. Whatever, that's fine. I think with the opening it'll be nice because I also need the orchid involved. If this was a vase, I'd lose my mind and I want this to be in more. But for the sake of what it is, we're good. Okay. So that's good. It's connected enough. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. We're gonna take this off. This is gonna dry for a couple more hours, and then we'll get back to it. So give me a sec. Let me move this to the side. I need space for everything else that we're going to be doing today. Where is your new studio, by the way? I guess I don't even know where your setup is now. Sure, if I can send you a photo of the one that I have at the moment. The orchid died that was in it because the space wasn't big enough, but. Oh, 100%. I assume you're going to just pass right out. Gotcha. Nice. How's that going? Do you like it? It's really nice working at your own space. Or at your house. You know what? No, this can't be a jar. I can't get my hand in there. This hasn't even shrunk yet. Nice, that's awesome. That's fantastic. Do you fire his gas kiln with him ever? You ever have a cone 10 piece and you want to throw it into my kiln, you let me know too. I can't invite you into this next firing because I'm part of the New England Wood Fire Council, and so other people have bought out the kiln this time. But the next firing will be probably, what month is it? The next firing's in June, but that's part of that show thing. And so the next firing after that will be in probably August. I'll have like 3 firings in August. Probably fire Joy's Onigama and then the Borigama and the soda kiln and my kiln all in the same month. Yeah, sure, I can imagine. I would be exhausted if I didn't fall asleep until 3. You know, the nice thing about the opening being this big is that I actually can get my hand in here. I usually have to use a throwing stick. So that's kind of like the only plus so far. Cool. Easy. Can I get my hand all the way in here? No, I can't. That was the whole conversation we had. I need my sponge on a stick. One sec. Where is my sponge on a stick? Oh, it's in my student's toolbox. Cool. That'd be great. It'd be fun to do. You are? What are you going to do when you're here? Mataki, we're making giant sake bottle shaped orchid pots, and I just lost the sponge. Huh. Alright, how do I get that out? I can't get my hand in there. I can't get this hand. Oh, this hand is smaller. Wait a minute, that's confusing. Wait a minute. Okay, I can get this hand in, but it's like a pain. Interesting. I didn't realize my right hand was so much bigger than my left. Okay, this can just set up for a little bit longer. Let me go get the next one. We're gonna add a coil to it, and then we'll throw a lid for it. Because the next one is a jar. But before we put that up there, while I have the space, I'm gonna roll out a coil. Sounds good, Sharp. Oh, nice. That's gonna be awesome. That's gonna be really fun. I love that idea. I like that. It seems very cool over there. Where is Touchstone Pottery? Oh, dude, has it really been that long? Honestly, that doesn't feel like it's been that long. Because I quit Rumsey in right before COVID, or right as COVID was hitting. So it's been a million years at this point. Yeah, well, I built a cool little coffin kiln, and Sharp, this live will be probably an hour and a half, because I'm also going to throw 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 cups after we do this part. So. Way too long. Yeah, come by, have some tea at some point. The greenhouse is nice. Fire in the Hills, nice. Windy as all today, though. South of Pennsylvania. Gotcha. For some reason, I thought it was closer to me than that. I guess Pennsylvania's not that far away. Actually, how far away is Pennsylvania from Connecticut? Okay, there we go. There's our nice fat coil. You friends with Tyler at all, Ben? I haven't seen him in a minute. I need to reach out because it's fishing season. He was a good fishing buddy for a while. Gotcha. I feel like I haven't seen him. If it's been that long since I've seen you, it's probably been a couple of years since I've seen him. Though maybe we went fishing last year. I can't remember. It was right around. He got a new dog, and then I kind of haven't seen him since then. I should reach out to him, see how he's doing. Oh, really? Oh, that's a schlep. I don't know if I'll ever make it out there then. That's not true. I want to start going on more road tripping adventures with Olive to find cool hiking spots, though I don't think Pennsylvania is where I would want to be driving for hiking as far as like anywhere in the States. I mean, maybe it's great. Maybe it's fantastic hiking. I don't know anything about Pennsylvania, but I feel like there are better places. I don't know where. I want to go back out west. I want to go back to like, I don't know, Montana area, or like go back into Seattle and Washington and Oregon and get back to hiking out there. Soon enough. I have to head up to California for my cousin's wedding in about a month and a week from now. And I might see if I can change my flight to go up to Seattle for a little bit. I don't think it's going to be possible, but it would be kind of fun if it was. Go hang out on Marcus Island for a little bit, you know? Gotcha. Good to know. Gotcha. All right, so schlep. It's a far drive. Sounds good, man. Talk soon. I'll send you a text when I'm out of here. Okay. Later, man. Good to know. And is there something specific about their soda firings that like is different from other soda firings, or is it just a nice community? Because it seems like it. That sounds good, Sharp. So this is going to be a garlic, this is going to be our garlic jar, so it's going to have a bunch of holes in it as well. Just need to be able to shove my hand in here. Awesome. Gotcha. What was it last year? You can't go wrong with a teapot workshop. Love that idea. Maybe I should host some teapot workshops. My problem is I only have 3 wheels. Question for you. How much did you pay for said teapot workshop? And how many students were there? I really need to start getting into like just hosting people, or having people come here rather. Like, is that the same thing? But you know what I meant. Okay, so we're going to make a lid for this guy, and then we'll come back to it later. Again, these things just need to be set up a little bit longer. I'll be right back. Let me move this aside. So my only worry about these orchid pots with such a big hole that I'm planning on putting into them is that they're going to be so uneven that they're going to warp over, which I think could be very cool, but at the same time, I don't know. Fascinating. And can you elaborate more, like how long it was and all that? Oh, 100% you should, Raven. Okay. So the other piece we made is just like, doesn't need it. It just needs to firm up a little bit more. Interesting. Wait, so it was an entire week, 6 hours of class time. Interesting. What would someone pay for a weekend workshop? Amani, how are you? We do like a couple hours in the morning, couple hours in the evening, both days, and then you can have some free time in there as well. What? No, Amani, why is that? Tell me everything. I'm doing great. It's a beautiful day. Can't complain. It's windy, but that's about it. Okay, good luck, Sharp. Keep me posted. I'm sorry to hear that, Amani. Anything in particular? Like reason-wise? I don't like that, Amani. I don't like hearing that at all. Not one bit. I'm really sorry that's happening. Guys suck. Just the worst. Never been a fan myself. Okay, but so think about this though, Raven. If it was a hands-on 2-day workshop and only 3 people were allowed to join, would that change anything? Oh, no. No offense taken. I'm ashamed of my gender more often than not. Yeah, no offense ever taken there. I've been very vocal about my disdain for men over the years. Now, I have a question for you, Amani. Have you still been contacting him? Agreed, he has no justification for acting like that, but I'm just curious. Oh. I really dislike this guy. He sounds like the worst. Oh man, I'm sorry, Amani. That's really shitty. Hopefully he's not saying like horrible things and just being like a weird, I don't know. I don't even know how to, he just sounds like a bad guy. Oi. So essentially, Raven, it would just be like me with 3 people in the studio. Clay's provided for a bag, and you could buy more. It would most likely be porcelain because that's all I have ever. But I guess I could buy stoneware for that workshop. And it would just be like all the tools are supplied. You just have to be here, and we do like maybe like 3 hours in the evening or in the morning and 2 hours in the evening, both days or whatever. And we make as many teapots and things as we want. And then you can just work during the day if you want to. Housing's not included, meals not included, but the rest would just be that. No, it seems to be all men, Raven. Slow's nice sometimes, Amani. Or is this not a good slow today? Hell yeah, Monty, that's what I like to hear. So, Paisley, I'm more just like floating the potential for it. I keep saying that I'm going to do stuff like this, and I haven't just done it. But I would like to offer a couple different things. I'd like to offer tea sessions once a month. That's donation based in my greenhouse, and I would also like to start offering wheel thrown workshops in my studio. That would be 3 people to a workshop. I also do like one-on-one sessions for an hourly rate. But I think it could be kind of cool to do maybe like twice a year a teapot workshop or something like that. Is kind of what I'm thinking, Paisley. So this doesn't need a flange, but we're going to put a flange on anyway because it helps structurally support um, the when it. I'm not going to float these on top anymore. I like to fire my lids separately because I like the variation in color. Um, it doesn't really matter, but it just kind of helps them not warp. Yeah, Raven. Yeah, it's not great. Okay, Amani. I'll be here most likely. I'll be here for like another hour or so, maybe a little bit longer. What time is it? Oh, it's only 10:30. We got plenty of time to do stuff. Okay, this is going to be a chuck for the lid we just made. We'll just trim that right now. And I think, so what I was trying to say is that, yeah, I guess I did say it. We don't really need a flange for this lid, but, you know, flanges are kind of cute. And they help with the warping. I'm really excited for this garlic jar though. Hopefully after the shrinking you can still shove your arm in there. I don't know if you're going to be able to or not though, but you know, we'll find out. Firming this chuck up so it doesn't move on me too hard when I do this next part. Okay, I have to go grab another measurement real quick. That'll be of the flange, so give me a half a second. Alright, flange. Beautiful. Again, this flange does not have to be flanging that hard, just because of what we're doing. But oh wait, I haven't centered this. I haven't done anything to this. My goodness. Oh, why is this so off center? Is it because I started trimming it and I can't see center anymore? Whatever, it's fine. It's close enough. So a student of mine made a really beautiful jar the other day, and it was going to be a garlic jar, and she decided that it was too beautiful a jar to turn into a garlic jar, which I don't really understand, but that's okay. Do I have experience with glass blowing? No. I mean, I've been around glass blowers, but I don't have any experience myself. You just need different gear than what I have, so I have no idea. Nemo. It seems like if you got into the propane glass blowing stuff with the small scale stuff, probably very cheap and not the hardest to get into or get that great at. It seems like low stakes, low cost, pretty quick involvement. So. There was a guy here locally who did some cool glass blowing, but yeah, you too. I was pretty excited when I moved back here originally. I was pretty excited to take a class with him or something, but he died the same week I moved back here, so I never got to. Larry. He was an interesting guy. I used to go when I was smaller and just like sit there and watch people class blow. It was pretty cool. Look how wet this clay is. You see this? Literally just... Dude, I'm doing it right now. What are you talking about? This is an Iron Man helmet. If you can't see that, that's on you. You can have more creativity, imagination, man. Also, where's my Iron Man helmet? Why haven't you made me an Iron Man helmet? Okay, sounds good, Sharp. Good luck. It'll be great. You got this. It'll all work out. It'll be wonderful. Yo. Exactly, kidden. So we have, this is my last week of tennis, I think. 100% Sharp. 100%. Beautiful little coils. Yeah, this clay is damp and sticky. So last week of tennis, it's gonna free me up to do some more stuff, which is fine. My excuse for biking places is now gone, though, or after this week, which is a bummer. So definitely have to bike this week, even though I really don't want to. My legs have been just dying. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if I have Lyme disease right now, which very well could be, considering how many ticks I pull off myself and Olive. But my legs are just not doing it. I'm gonna bike today, but it's gonna suck. It's crazy windy. I don't want to, and my legs hurt, so it's gonna be like a really horrible time. Luckily, it's only 14 miles, so it's nothing crazy. 14 miles on dirt roads, and I have a cyclocross bike, so it's not like the most comfortable ride. But that's okay. It'll be great. Something else I want to make are gaiwan, and I would like to make a couple shiboridashi as well. Right on. I'm in Connecticut. Oh, Tennessee. Are you one of these artisanal people that you talk about? With a name like that, I'm kind of shocked that you'd like art at all. You know? You seem like too much of an alpha chad here, bud. Good. Sounds good, Shark. Good luck with everything. Keep me posted. Alright, I think this is good. We're a little thick on the edges. Maybe we drop the edges a little bit more. Thanks, appreciate it. I'm sure we will. Okay. Feeling pretty good about that. Wait, hold up. There's a little piece of schmutz. Sure do. I built myself a wood kiln and I have a couple electric kilns. And I have a gas kiln that I haven't put together yet. It's been sitting in my garage for like 8 years. I think I'm gonna turn into a little soda kiln at some point. Okay. That's not torched enough. Why do you guys let me touch this? Maria, what's up? Well, it's because I have better kilns, you know? And here's the thing is I keep promising that I'll build a kiln for a student of mine using it, but then he keeps deciding that he doesn't want to build a kiln, but then he wants to build a kiln, then he doesn't want to build a kiln. And so it honestly, a lot of it has to do with him and where he's at. And if he decides at some point that he really doesn't want to build a kiln, I'm gonna maybe host a kiln building workshop and then build it together with a bunch of people. Okay, we're done with our big stuff for now, and now we're gonna work on little cups. Cool. I think I could build like essentially a rocket kiln with like, I think it would only cost me a couple $100 an extra brick. So it could be a wood kiln too. It could be a little baby rocket wood kiln. Though again, my kiln is a rocket kiln at this point. 9 hours to cone 12. I mean, we can hit cone 10 in 8 hours now. Or 7 hours, excuse me. So I don't really know the point of building another smaller one, except for the fact that like it doesn't hurt my back to load it. So, anyway, yeah. Yeah, I think we've done everything that we need to get done for yesterday. So these are 275 grams. The last bowls we made were 350 grams, so these are a decent amount less. One of these is 250 grams. I can't tell from a glance which one that is, because 25 grams less is hard to see visually, but I'm sure we'll see it in the making process. Also, you guys on YouTube, I'm going to zoom you in a little bit more. Give you a bit of an overhead look if you're into it. Get to see a little bit more of what I see. I can zoom you guys in, I think. There you go, look at that. Now you get to see exactly what I see when I'm throwing. Awesome, kitten. Have fun. Send pictures of what you make. Ooh, look at that nice big juicy air bubble in there. Yeah, that's some good stuff. Oops, just shoved my hand in there. Luckily I was gonna undulate the top of this one anyway, so we're all good. So I bought a bunch of underglazes, This morning. We got yellow, green. This is all the underglazes that we discussed. We got yellow, green. I went for a different type of pink than I normally get, so I'm kind of curious to see how that goes. And then we also got a gray, so it works really well. Will highly recommend it. It also, you can burn it. You don't have to clean stuff. It's great. Paisley, what kind of kiln do you have? Or do you have a kiln? Or do you said you might be interested in looking to build a little rocket kiln yourself? Welcome back, Amani. Nice. What brand? I'm always doing good. Except for the other night where I had a mental breakdown and banned a bunch of people for no reason on YouTube. Yeah, of course, Will. That's sweet, Paisley. Who you been firing with? Anybody I would know? Oh no, I was fine. I was having a rough day. Everything was. I was actually having a great day until I came into the studio. I shouldn't have come into the studio that day. My day was wonderful up until that point. And where's my wire? Who stole my wire? Someone in here when I wasn't looking? Yeah, isn't it cool? Robin Dumont. That name does sound slightly familiar. Where in Canada? Hell yeah, Amani. That sounds great. Oh, where in BC? On the island? Off the island? Where are we talking? Do you know, Corey Sanders? Gotcha. Gotcha. Nice. That's such a great area up there. Basically, I tell you I'm officially Canadian as of a couple weeks ago. Finally got my documents in order, and now I can flee the country if need be. Luna, what's up? I'm sure you do, Amani. Thanks. Yeah. Mom's from Calgary, so, and grandfolks are from Canada, from Ontario, so I figured this is a better time than ever to have a best time ever to get the dual citizenship going on. Of course, love to. I'm trying to figure out some fun trips soon. My grandfolk were in Victoria for a really long time, and so I was up there all the time when I was out in, because I went to art school in Oregon, so. Yeah, that'd be fun. I need to build one myself though to see how it works, because I don't actually know how to build one. I wing everything I do. And then just keep tweaking it until it works. What? Amani, where are you going? That's why it's crazy to me that people listen to what I say, because I don't know what I'm talking about. I literally just fake everything I do. Blows my mind that anybody would listen to anything I would say. Yeah, right? Oh, that's right. That's exciting. That'll be great. That'll be a ton of fun, Amani. Zozo, what a name! Love it. How are you? Thanks, Amani. So I was really worried about this porcelain because the first one we tried to do something with cracked pretty badly when I added some undulation to it. But I'm pretty psyched that I haven't had that issue again. It was just that first piece. And you know, I may have dried it before adding the undulation or something like that because it was a double wall piece. So. Oh, and I said this already, but I did add, just because I had a bunch of people asking to add a wish list or something like that. And so what I did was added a wish list that had a link to the underglazes that I use to create color for the chinos in my kiln. And so if there's a specific color, like bubblegum pink or something, there's a link, and I will use it in the next firing. So I just thought that was kind of a fun little additive. But I did buy 5 different underglazes this morning. So we have plenty to choose from in the next firing. Oh, hell yeah. How big is the Yanagama? How long do you guys fire for? Whose kiln is it? Is it the same place, or? Hold on, I need to get rid of this gunk down here first. Ooh, what a name. What a name. Love that. You know what's crazy? I still have not named my kiln. Maybe we should all come up with a name for it at some point. Nice. Oh, Alberta. What a place. Ugh, I need to get back up to I haven't been back since COVID. No, it's very different. It's been a million years since I've been to Alberta. A million years. Sydney, how are ya? Oh, sure, but I don't think that's I don't think that's like a name, right? That's a style, Raven. I think we need like a name for it, you know? We gotta somehow give it some kind of human name like everybody else does, or maybe we could just call it the Little Coffin Kiln, which it is. That's a very good point. Yeah, good. Glad to hear it. Sure. I'm fine with that. I have a picture that my aunt drew me of Thomas and myself that's framed up on my wall that has that quote on it. I don't remember the context necessarily of what the picture's about off the top of my head at the moment, but it was pretty cute. She drew it for me when I was I don't know, 2. Yeah. Having a family full of artists is nice. I still have so much like cool art from everybody from over the years. That'll be its placard, Raven. We can have the little coffin kiln that could, and that the kiln didn't collapse can be just an additive next to the plaque. Get a custom one made from someone. Wow. Really don't like unintentional collapse. This one might be a goner. Yeah, that's a goner. Amanda, how are you? Oh, my day's great, you know. Can't complain. It's a beautiful day outside. Alright, let's look at these walls real quick. Alright, I did a really bad job cutting it off, but anyway. What time is it? It's 11 o'clock. Oh my god, we're doing great. I have a tennis match, my third to last tennis match of the season today with the kids. And it's windy as all today, but I'll probably... It's supposed to die down by 12, so I'm hoping that I can bike to... I don't really want to bike to work if it's going to be windy. I don't like wind. It's like my least favorite element. All of my favorite activities do not do well in wind, so... I might have to swap out my water soon too. I'm starting to throw with mostly slip, and I despise slip. So we might just, we're gonna just do that real quick. Here, you guys can watch this thing spinning around. Modern art, as you can see. We just dumped this just giant thing of slip. Oh my god, there was no water in here. Oh god. Holy moly, that was just like straight clay. I was wondering why it was so difficult to throw. I was having like the worst time right there. Okay. What do you guys think of my modern art? Is it nice? Oh yeah, that's some good water. That makes sense, Sydney. Yeah, a little bit of a breeze is fine every so often, but wind, nah. Not a fan. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I mean, but it is loud outside. My trees are going over. Oh, did I tell you guys the cool thing about our stream last night? Did I tell you how many people showed up? Like through that 54 minutes that we did it? Did I talk to this about this already? That was pretty cool. I was shocked when I ended the video. We had in 54 minutes we had 18,500 people show up. Isn't that crazy? So many people. Why are they here? What would they possibly be getting out of watching my video? Right? Isn't that cool, Amanda? I've had that number on TikTok once before, Amanda, but actually, yeah, but not on YouTube. That was a... Thank you, Paisley. Right, Sydney? So many confused old men thinking this was a different kind of stream. Those sick degenerates. Yeah, there was a ton. I could barely keep up last night. There was, I think the peak was like 480 people in at one time or something like that. It was very hard to deal with anything. Well, I'm glad that we were just making big stuff and I didn't really have to pay attention yesterday when it was happening, because it was, if it was like these little things, or I guess I could just mindlessly been making these too. I guess it didn't really matter, but it is what it is. It was just pretty cool. I was shocked. Good. We put the gallery into one of them this morning. The two of them are going to be sake bottle orchid bottles, or vase, planters, and then the last one's just going to be a normal looking orchid pot, but they're all setting up. They need to dry more, so I'll be able to get to them this evening. Lacey, why'd you stop? What happened? Yeah, very pleased. So we'll have another live video this evening, though I can't tell. There is a chance that a friend of mine is going to come over to pick up her pottery, but that she made with me a long time ago. But I don't know if that's going to actually happen. I hope so too. What do you do for work, Lacey? I don't really understand, but this water is like weirdly soapy. I don't really know what's going on. Don't know how soap would have gone into it. Doesn't really matter, but it's confusing. Totally fair. Totally fair. This is not a lucrative profession. I guess it can be if you do more production work or you somehow get super famous, but exactly, Sydney, thank you. They're pre-washed. I can write that on my website now when I'm selling these. Very cool. I've never tried that style of pottery before. Did you like it? Gotcha. Cool. That's awesome. Well, hopefully, sometime sooner than later, you will be able to get back into all of it. Hell yeah, Sydney. Oh yeah. Who asked me for it? Was it Joyce who asked for a mug? Or it was Tracy? I should make a mug for someone. I just hate. I don't like using mugs, so I don't like making mugs. I don't. I have a. I have a hard time. Thanks, Lazy. You too. I have a really hard time with being told what to do. And a mug is telling me where I have to hold it, and I really don't like that. And so I'm not a huge fan. Same with thumbprints in pottery. Really dislike them because it's telling me that I should be putting my thumb there, and I do not like that. And so I like these undulating forms because you can put your hand anywhere, and you can figure it out. Each day can be different. Yeah, everybody likes a mug. I probably could have made a lot more money in my life if I just made mugs. I refuse though. Oh, so Mimi, I actually really love handles. And I love making handles. It really just goes down to my disdain for being told what to do. In fact, I made mugs specifically to make handles because I like handles so much. And they're easier than making a teapot. This is not a very good one. Gotcha. Yeah, clay's finicky. You really gotta just do it when it's ready. It's not up to you. I don't like this one. Let's see if we can fix it, but I don't think I'm gonna like this. Nah, let's just cut it in half. Let's see how we did. Nice. How long you been doing that for? Making tumblers for? Yeah, but the implication is telling me that I should be holding it there, Raven. And so you're either gonna hold it through the finger hole, or you're gonna hold it like the mug. And either way is telling me, is indicating that that's how the intent, like what the intent was. And that enough is, alone is enough to dissuade me from wanting to use it. I will. Don't you worry, Raven. I will be so defiant. Oh. Love that idea, Sydney. That's fantastic. Decorative handles, my god. I use 92700 from Sheffield Pottery. It's a cone 10 porcelain that I fire to cone 12 most of the time. And this one I got the malachite added to it. I just like the little extra specks. I also bought some T3, which is a cone 10 stoneware, because we're going to get back into my old style soon, which was Japanese styled wood prints that I made out of painter's tape, and I would use as a resist and just use a flashing slip. It doesn't look good on porcelain. I've tried it a bunch of times already. We're going a little taller because I'm a little bored of the squatter ones, so. Sydney, because I just want like a plethora of things, because when this Woodfire Council thing happens in less than a month, if there's gaps, I need them to be filled, and I am not super trusting on people actually listening to what I said as far as like what works for this kiln, size-wise and everything. And so I want to just make sure everything is there, because if there aren't enough small pieces, it's a kiln designed for teaware. So if you don't make teaware size stuff, the kiln does not fire properly. And I do not have enough wood for a kiln that is has big bowls that don't take up enough thermal mass. And so I'm hoping that if I just make a ton of stuff, I can just really squeeze stuff in there. And I'm going to make some little vases to really get in those tight corners. So Sydney, I bought a bunch of glazes today. We got a soft pink, which is not the same pink that we have been using. We got a soft pink. I bought a gray. I bought a dark green, as per request from everybody, and a yellow. And those are the colors we're going to be using this time. No orange. And I think every firing, I'm just going to switch up the underglazes. And so it's going to, you can't, if you miss out, you miss out. You have to wait for an entire cycle to happen. Yeah, the yellow I'm really psyched on. Brian was a little bit finicky about it. I don't know why, but yep, I have a bunch of orange pieces up on my website still, but no new orange pieces. And the pink will be different as well, because it's a different pink underglaze. If I have leftover orange, I might use it from last firing. I haven't checked my glazes. But yeah, right? I also just want to try new things. I don't want to keep putting out the same kind of work each time. I want it to be a little bit different, and I want there to be a little bit more of a scarcity thing. I don't want you to have to be able to just wait for the next firing and expect the same colors and stuff. And this way it's also kind of experiment, because I haven't used all their underglazes. I've only used a few. Okay, morning. Guys, I have to go use the loo. And so I think I'm going to end the video. And because my studio is not, it's close, but it's not super close to my house. So I'm going to go do that. I might be back, I might not. If I don't see you guys, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out already. Okay, bye.